In this video, we are going to talk about quadratic functions. So a quadratic function is a function f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not 0. So if a is 0, that's a linear equation. So this is a function. The graph of this function is a parabola, which either opens up or down. If it's up, that means a is bigger than 0. If it's down, a is less than 0. One of the things we're going to do repeatedly in this class is figure out what x values make f of x equal to 0. So this will come up multiple occasions. So we want to find x such that f of x equals 0, and this is one of those classic equations that you need to know, the quadratic equation. For me, if I forget the quadratic equation at some point, well, something's really gone wrong with my memory. I've used it so many times in my life. So x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. So an x that satisfies this equation means that f of x equals 0. Now there's a quantity in this called the discriminant. So b squared minus 4ac is our discriminant. Now there are really three possible outcomes for the discriminant. Either b squared minus 4ac is bigger than 0, less than 0, or equal to 0. So let's first do bigger than 0. Well, if it's bigger than 0, then this square root exists and is some positive number, which means you've got negative b plus the square root and negative b minus the square root in the numerator, which means that there are two solutions for our equation where x such that f of x equals 0. The next case would be b squared minus 4ac equals 0. So if this is 0, then x equals negative b over 2a is the only solution, or root, to our equation. And then b squared minus 4ac is less than 0 means there are no solutions. And so if I look up at my picture that I've drawn up here, this graph here at the top, b squared minus 4ac must be less than 0. There's no place where the function is equal to 0. And then here, b squared minus 4ac must be bigger than 0 because there are two possible solutions. So again, this is your key formula. You will use it repeatedly throughout the course, and it's worth just knowing off the top of your head rather than having to think about it. And again, for me, the way I look at this is I can take a quadratic function, f of x equals x squared minus 2x plus 3, for example, and I can look at that and I can go, that's equal to x plus 3. Oop, nope, doesn't work. X doesn't work at all. I was thinking it would be minus 3 plus 2, whatever. Doesn't work. I don't know what the roots are. What do I do? Negative b, 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared, 4, minus 4ac, 4 times 3 is 12, over 2a, which is just 2. You can see we've got a negative number under the square root, so there are no solutions to this particular equation. Could have spent some time thinking about it, trying some stuff, x plus 3, x minus 2, whatever it might be. The reality is there are no solutions. So for me, I'm given a quadratic equation. I want to know what x values make it 0. I simply go to my quadratic formula, plug in the numbers, and go from there.